Yeah, bring
One
Squid
guy,
up.
I
Let's bring
think one guy
Squid.
is doing the signs is using like regular queue to get in. He's not paid. But of course, yeah, the point of the strike and
Yo,
everything
let's get
is
Squid Lancer up in here and Poison Venom too.
right.
I
Let's get
remember that.
I
Victor or
fuck with
whatever his
Squid
name is.
Lancer. That boy's an OG.
I'm only adding people like who I know like won't
Oh
troll or
no, Squid
anything.
Lancer will definitely bait, but
I
just bring it
remember
on.
he always used to 32k me at spawn.
Who?
Squid Lancer.
Oh yeah, word. This is the kid I'm talking about, to be honest.
Oh, if any.
Shneewa, how are you in this Discord and you have roles in the Discord, but you're playing on 2B daily?
I'm not playing on 2B daily.
I always see you posting screenshots of 2B and shit,
Where?
like in the chat.
Where?
Literally like 4:30, literally like 2 hours ago, you posted, I'm being harassed by a large group of tall black men, so I don't know what the racism's about. I just think the racism is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah,
Whoa.
very racist.
Yeah, I personally don't tolerate it.
I apologize to everyone in this VC right now.
Okay, so Kami made like a document on how to attack TBTT using Tebex and
Well, it
name.com.
wasn't just me. A lot of people wrote it. I just published it.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, a lot of you contributed to a document that that outlines how to like go against TBTT using name.com and Tebex, and then I'm waiting now to ping people about that. But basically,
Yeah.
we might start like organizing people to use that document in order to take action.
Also,
Can we
if
bring
you're in the
Squid Lancer up in
UK,
here? This shit's kind of boring. Can we just bring Squid?
I mean, do you trust it?
Yeah, I trust him. Yeah,
Okay, I'll
he's
put
got
him
my
in.
vouch. Okay, bet.
yeah.
Let's get
Hello
Squid Lancer,
guys, how
bro.
y'all doing?
It's been a minute, bro. How you
Yeah,
been?
yeah, I've been doing good.
Last time I spoke to you was like 2020.
Oh, okay. So, with this all 2B stuff, I actually support what you're doing. I don't like the fact that they won't work. Like, gonna be honest, I'm not sure it's gonna work. Kind
Well,
of skeptical.
you can, if you do live in the UK, you can file a complaint with Company House, which manages all the corporations in the UK, because Tebex is a UK-based corporation.
Hmm. I've just been I kind of accepted that 2B's gonna
What
stay
if
this way, so I still do play the server. So yeah.
I don't play it like at all anymore
Mm.
Oh, okay.
since the update. Really, yeah.
Okay.
Someone just messaged me. They said Pyro guy can kill himself. Retarded ass nigga.
Bro, no.
What would you like to say as a response?
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Can I screenshot
We
him?
got D,
DM me,
Mr.
everyone.
D up in here.
DM me anything and I'll say it because I'm just like that.
Nobody cares. Can we get D loaded up in here?
Yeah, if he wants to, I'll put the unloaded up if he
Let's get some relevant people
big
speaking.
request.
Thank you. Yo, everyone spam the hand. Spam the hand. Just spam it. Let's get
Let's
Osmo
bring
Bud up
Osmo
in
up.
here.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
Hello.
What's good? It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. How you been?
I'm chilling, gang. How you doing?
Pretty damn good. I got my first day of senior year tomorrow.
Oh shit, he's a senior now.
Hey guys.
Hey,
That's
Deloaded.
good,
How you
dude.
doing?
Hey, it's Osmo Bite.
Hello.
I feel Osmo, you quit like right before this shit started to happen, right?
Yeah,
You quit?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quit. I'm done with Minecraft, really.
You
No,
missed
I
the
thought
update.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
so someone
bro.
just said Rebane on the stage.
You quit before they could add you back to the guardsman, man. That's tragic. Yeah, they were just about
Yeah.
to too.
I mean, deloaded. I came back right before to pearl myself back to my stash, which thank God I did because the fucking pearl situation I've heard is hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, what my stash is pretty much half on what you guys have told me. So
Yeah. Someone called Kara Kalpak is asking to get up onto the stage. Could you just DM me
No.
about it?
Yeah,
no.
nobody knows who that
Well,
is.
let's see what I have to say. If he does anything bad, we'll just kick him off or something.
Is this guy
But the
Or
only
follow-
issue with a Discord stage is you guys have to understand you need a balanced ratio of no names in the audience and then big names up on the stage, you know? Like if you bring too many no names up, it just becomes boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Usurious
I mean-
Berry, we need Usurious Berry up here, you know? to
There are
get
a
the
few
ratio.
people like I don't know. I'd say Poison Venom is, I guess, he's welcome up here. Nigerian Prince,
You're
maybe.
stretching, you're reaching a little bit.
Yeah, I'm
No,
generous.
trolling. We need Scodex and Usurious Berry up in here. And maybe
Yeah,
Romtech if he
is
wants to
Scott in
speak, but it's up to
in
him.
The server? Sorry. Yeah. Bring Scott in here. Bring Scott.
What is
Yeah,
this
Squid.
actually for, though?
I'm gonna trust you guys. So what does we see or the...
So what's the
Yeah.
word on the meta, bro, Squid? What's the meta looking like? Because I haven't touched the server.
Well, actually, so Syndicate A, he's brought like a ton of vanilla guys on it. They've been
No, I
killing
know,
all
I know,
the
I saw
hackers.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really entertaining, to be honest.
Word. I mean, it looks fun from what I've seen from that city video. That shit looked really
Yeah.
fun from what I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah.
It just my main complaint with it, like I'm not arguing that it's boring or anything. Like I'm just saying it's completely different. You feel me? Like it's really
Yeah.
not to be.
Exactly.
You know what I
Massive
mean?
learning curve if you want to like try and PvP.
Yeah,
It's
like I
either-
understand why Sin would love it because he's more of a like a vanilla like 1.19 PvPer, right? And then obviously 2B updates to hit the version he mains, and it's like pretty much just another one of the servers that he plays on all
Peter.
the time.
I'm gonna rejoin on my computer. Can you add me back when I'm back?
Yeah, sure.
Cameron,
Thank you.
bring SSS6 up here.
No, but word my
Oh.
main complaint is that it just feels nothing like 2B anymore. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's obviously old server, but it's just like so much of like the original character is
are.
just
I'm still here.
not there. You feel me? Like it's just
It feels too corporate
What?
now.
word.
I did-
It's like
I would rather have like no website, to be honest.
I did
don't
get-
like that.
yeah, exactly. I think that was part of it too.
I did get
I mean, the
told by
website-
someone.
The website got leaked like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did get
Dick's
told
channel.
by someone that the old chunk trimming was done by an AI, and that it basically is indiscriminate.
No. The chunk trimming was done just through the server's information on how long the chunk was loaded. So if let's say a chunk wasn't loaded for more than, I'd give it a
It was like
max
5
of 15
seconds.
seconds. 5 to 15 seconds. It
Yeah.
would be deleted, which is unfortunate for like when the guys did the 256K world download.
Because all
I
that's
don't
different. That's all changed.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy to me. Is I feel like I understand that it's a lot of the map, right? And I know in my opinion there's shit like there's like boat flat trails right on the top of the highway when that shit
Yeah.
used to be busted. You used to fucking go crazy like what like
Like Jordan
1.2k
going to
yeah
Nilla
cam.
Plaza.
Right on top
Yeah,
of the
I remember.
highways, you know, you never need to like stop or anything. It was fully AFKable. It was crazy shit, right? And it's like people have those trails leading from 0-0 to the fucking world border, right? And that's obviously like a dumb amount of chunks, right? And I could understand that shit, right? You feel me? Like I could understand getting rid of that. But dude, if you're 50k out
what?
on 2B and you're loading 1.19 chunks, like what? You know what I mean? Like if you're close to spawn and you're loading new chunks, like I just feel like that's like not, you know, adding up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know about that.
Yeah, his excuse was like it's too much storage, but he could easily afford that shit, you know?
Yeah,
I
that's
feel like it's
bullshit,
just
bro.
so he's like
That's the whole point of the server, though. That
There's a-
is too
the
much
thing is,
storage,
yeah,
right?
I mean, there's a whole culture behind finding bases and
course.
stuff. I feel like that's
Wait,
good.
Okay, well,
for the server.
hey, that got killed along with like stashes being kind of nuked.
So
Yeah.
true. I was just
No
like,
one-
oh,
no one
dude.
wants to do that,
On the
yeah.
positive, my stash is never going to be able to be found, and on the negative, my stash is worthless now. So,
Yeah.
like, it's.
I
just-
mean, he made the server good for people who build bases, I guess, like Don.
It made the server great for
Yeah.
people who are broke as
Yeah.
fuck. Like,
I mean, everyone's broke now.
yep. It doesn't matter.
The
Dude,
real
why, for
wealth
me, the
is
main
the
thing-
friends we made along the way.
Sure.
Okay.
TBTT is about
Die.
community building, guys.
Exactly. Right.
Now, they
Yeah.
got rid of Flash stats.
Housemaster probably unironically thinks that, given this fucking
By the
update.
way, Deloaded, I did
What?
enjoy
House just
listening to
wants
that
money.
discussion thing
Curtis.
that you did a few days ago.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good discussion.
You know who I really want to have a discussion with? Jack the Ripper. That kid's getting on my fucking nerves.
Oh, can I just like not bring Coded Peck on? He's just keep pinging me saying, "Tell him bring me online and shit."
Who?
Just
Yeah,
don't
bro.
bring him
Well,
up.
we haven't fucking brought him on yet, so just stop mentioning.
Yeah,
him.
Wait,
yeah,
who?
don't bring him up.
I just
don't
muted
bring
him,
up.
bro.
Who?
Just some rando.
Yeah, it's just some random trying to get on stage.
Damn. I don't
Do you know what I
understand,
want up
like,
here? I want XSS6 on up here. That's what I want.
So, on a different note, are y'all firing up like SMPs? Cause that'd be based.
I mean, I had a 1.2.5 S&P for a bit, but this was like before 2B shut down. Like this was like before all this shit.
I think Soil the Cold is
nah.
gonna do an SMP.
I low key just started playing factions and shit.
Factions.
damn.
I'm not trolling though, because that's where I started off in Minecraft when I first
Like-
like 2013, 2014.
I
I would play factions and HCF, right? And then I joined 2B, you know. So
I got Minecraft originally to play Hypixel, and I was at boarding
Mhm.
school, and so me and like 7 other guys, we went down to the common area. We all logged in, and since we were on the same Wi-Fi, aka same IP, Hypixel thought it was a DDoS attack and banned all of us. So I looked
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
I looked up servers you can't get banned on, and guess where that led me?
2B.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with that Hypixel shit, if one of you guys hacks, then you're just IP bans. Yo,
Hell
that's
yeah!
cool.
Yeah, it's horrible.
But yeah, 2B doesn't let multiple IPs connect either, so it's like
I think
kind
it's
of
like 2
ironic.
accounts, right?
4, isn't it?
It's
Four.
like, yeah, 4 on 1 IP.
Someone just put.
Bro,
Because we have actual stuff to talk about.
No, we
No,
do,
honestly-
we do. I got a lot of
Honestly,
shit
I
to
don't
talk.
understand this whole like strike shit because it's obviously like not gonna work. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I'm just saying
No, that's
when
It's
is
large.
Housemaster ever like, you know, undone the shit
Hey,
he's done?
hey, Scott.
No
I agree.
server agenda.
I agree
Scott,
with that.
he might-
he started-
I'm
he
saying-
started-
Listen,
Listen.
bro, all of this, like, if you want to go the extra mile and be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna DDoS 2B, yeah, man, I'm gonna like fucking legally take action or whatever, like, it is, you can do that, right? But it's like
Yeah.
the strongest thing is to just not play the fucking server, right?
Yeah,
It's so
no, that's
simple.
what he's trying
It's
to
like-
do also.
Kind of.
That's
Well, if
really
you-
it, bro, is to just not play it. And it's like, I've already solidified my thing. I'm already doing, you know, whatever.
Scottix, for one thing, we've already managed to get House to unprior ban a shit ton of people.
Yeah,
Well,
if,
on the
you,
other hand, like-
if you force him to do stuff, then he might. But
Well, hold on a
you're
minute.
never
Look at
gonna know.
groups like
But
Hold
you
on a
wanna-
minute. You don't know if he was planning to do that all along.
That's
or
Yeah,
No, no,
I
no.
was
I mean,
about
well,
to
he
say
already
that.
prior banned him, just unprior banned him afterwards.
But also, on the other hand, like there are groups like Meg, for example, taking 20 million ring roads, and you know, there's that one person who uses that ring road every other Tuesday night for no reason.
Yeah.
And so, like, if we're gonna just
They'll
do
bring
something, we
Josh
might
in,
as well.
though.
Like, this is actually bringing the. I like that this is bringing us together.
Mm.
Like, I did not expect to see you, Totorak, Orson, Hermetic Lock in a fucking VC discussing shit.
We
Yeah, you know
almost
who we
had
really
Joey
need in
join
here?
it too. We almost had Joey, but he
Yeah.
took one look at Orson and then noped out of there.
You know
I
who
don't-
we need in
honestly,
here right now? We need
I
Jack the
honestly don't
Ripper
blame him.
on the stage. I need to talk to Jack. I've got shit to talk to him.
It would have been a good discussion, you know. It was supposed to be a, you know, non-partisan thing. If anyone had started arguing about like drama bullshit, I would have shut him the fuck down.
That's why Bezo wasn't there.
That is why Basil wasn't there. Yeah. Actually, I figured if we had Orson, we didn't need Basil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I lost all respect for Bezo after he posted a fucking picture of him in a 5C shirt and a skirt.
Oh, do you
That
guys
was
want...
Bezo?
Yes.
Wait,
Oh my
wait.
god.
Hold on, guys. Check out the stage chat real quick.
Oh no.
Tee-hee.
Oh.
Dude.
Yo,
Just
he-
check
has
out
he
the
been, yo,
stage
has he been
chat.
hitting the gym? Holy shit!
Bro, is he African American?
Anyway, I don't want to start this shit up.
I'm gonna use
Come,
my
bro.
my
That is
powers.
not Dino Fan 420. This is not.
Gonna-
I can
there
assure
we
you.
go.
That's literally an
Is
upside
it
down pencil. I
deleted?
can't tell the difference.
Repost it one last time.
Dude, okay, fine. You can have it for.
Yo, save it before it gets deleted. Anyway,
'cause I don't really want to have anything that like, too crazy.
I sent it.
it's over.
This is a dude, guys. This is another person. I don't want
Right,
to get a picture of this guy with his shirt off to be.
He
that's
dating,
Okay, can we
he
mute this
dating on
kid?
2B
Can
is
we,
crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway,
bro, time this kid out who just keeps saying, time out the kid that starts to record.
Rebane 2001.
Can you get
Yeah,
kicked up on the stage?
he's just autistic and Estonian. That's all there is to it.
Oh, Estonian? Oh. Does anyone like those fucking people?
I fuck with him.
Okay,
Can I pass it-
Actually,
oh,
no.
shit.
Wait, no. Fucking Kalju is Estonian, isn't he?
Yeah, some shit like that, or Latvian. I
Yeah.
think is he? Some shit like
I
that.
can't remember. He was chill as fuck
They're
though.
all the same to me. I don't really.
I do miss him.
So what was the important business that you had to talk about? Somebody said
Oh,
there was
yeah.
important business.
Right, yes, important business, important. I mean, I was reading the document that was made, and I feel like the thing about name.com is
Call me, stop spamming it.
What
as
what
a
is
little
this?
bit- it's
Fucking
like
88T?
it might be a little
88T,
difficult.
6060, all fucking fake servers. All dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I feel like the documenting about name.com might be a little difficult to do. Like, perhaps Kami, you can convince me why we should mobilize the union in order to do this thing. He's muted now. You must see me to talk. I'm trying to. Okay, so we have these threads, right? So, what should we do from there? You know, like how
What?
should you like have an organization, or should you just let people do whatever they want?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Like you have threads and you're saying that you want people to do something?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Like we have these threads which are like access points for people to conduct activities within the union.
Access points?
Yeah, hold on, I'll send it.
What
Not everyone's on
activities should they conduct? What are you talking about?
it. Okay, give me one second.
Fucking
Does
Cosmo-
anybody else understand what he's saying? Because I really have a
Nah,
hard
it's
time.
okay.
Uh,
Later.
no.
I'll sum it up for you if you want, real quick.
Okay, guys, look in VC chat. Look in
Okay.
VC chat. So we have these set up, right?
Okay.
And like should we just organize people and like to do whatever they want in those chats and like without organization, or just have some kind of organized thing? Because I feel like we should start from there in order to.
Peter, have you ever done
I
anything?
I don't
like
have
this?
access to those, by the way. I don't see those
Oh, you
anywhere.
have to be on strike plan. I guess I can give you that one because
I
That's a
have
great
group
question, Osman. Can you
representative
say it
rank,
again?
but not
Osman, can you
strike
say that
plan.
question again for the people in the back?
Peter, have you ever done anything like this?
this no, it's my first time helping out.
No.
I
But
mean,
people
the same,
still can't raise their hand, it turns out. Some people still can't raise it, I think.
But anyway,
I mean,
Legally
I haven't
done.
done, so I don't. If that's
Yeah.
not able to, then I
Um,
can't do anything about it.
Peter,
put
can
me
you
on a
get
friend?
Kit up on the stage because she wants to say something?
She says, "Mer, we're kicking
Well,
her."
Peter,
I heard
Peter,
about this 2B3T server. Is that like an actual thing or is that just a fucking meme?
Peter.
Dude,
Uh-huh.
is no clone is gonna be good. I'm
Hear
telling you
me
guys
out.
this right now. Either the
Yeah,
clone is just gonna get fucked on by exploiters because it's like underfunded, or it's just gonna have like too many rules, or it's gonna be nothing
Or-
similar to 2B. Or it just doesn't matter. There's never gonna be a good 2B clone. It's like
Or
almost
so-
like a
Yeah.
fictional idea.
I mean,
you know?
I think
Also-
the only reason I
There's
put
There's
that there is
alternatives,
because
but there's
yep.
no good clones.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I mean the only reason I
Cons
put
Okay.
this is because people are.
Cons is okay.
I mean, the only reason I put that there is one of the threads is because like there are people like working on the new QB2T server, but I don't know about it yet. But the thing is, it's not because I want it. It's because like there's people willing to do this. So I want them to be able to
Peter,
use
give
the union
me,
server in order to organize themselves if
give
they're
me
willing
strike.
Can
Peter.
we ban? Can you ban this guy that says that he
I'll contend
unironically
like
plays 5B5T? That should be discriminatory. Like that's just come on.
Peter, can you give me strike plan? Thanks.
Yeah, sure. I can give it. Yeah, so I guess like within this week we'll start taking action and everything and actually doing stuff. Or at least I'll try and mobilize the union myself.
Peter,
thing
can you
is,
give me a strike plan as well, please?
People accuse like the LARP language. I think is reaching pretty extreme levels here.
I'm gonna have
Like-
to agree with you, Deloaded. This
I
is not
agree.
some type of
Nothing wrong with
communist like overthrowing like
I
revolutionary.
mean, I think like
using
the
the word,
This is a
just the
Discord
word
server for a Minecraft
mobilize
server.
is
Can-
like
hold on. Pause.
It's a
weird,
block
man.
game.
I have a question for
There's
Peter.
nothing
Peter,
wrong
you're
with
the
LARPing. I
you're
love
one of the
LARPing.
strike committee guys. What
Yeah.
do you actually plan on accomplishing? What is the end goal?
Yeah,
so like
Kit
we
is also
cause
asking
havoc
the
for
same
the
question.
cause havoc for the company as much as possible in order to force the people who manage the company in order to listen to us. Makes sense. At least raise attention for the community in order to do something.
Here's
But
the
we know
thing.
that's not going to happen.
In terms of raising attention, the best thing we can do is like DM Fit because Sal's already like locked in.
Yeah.
I
Like,
DM
Yeah.
they're
Fit
really
has
on it in
been
terms of
waiting.
attention. It's all up to Fit at this
Well,
point.
here's
You know what I mean?
here's
Like,
the thing. You're
doesn't play.
100% right that how Fit responds to this will have
Yep.
a huge impact on the server. In the same way that how Sal responded has a huge impact.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing. Fit is pissed. That's what everyone who's talked to him
everyone knows
has
that.
told me. That's what he told me
but
when
it
I
depends
talked
if
to
he's
him
gonna take
about
a
it.
neutral take or not.
Fit is definitely pissed about it. The question is, yeah, if he's gonna strike a kind of middle of the road neutral tone where he presents
Yeah.
both sides.
Because
and he says,
realistically, that gives him the most like money and gives him the most audience retention.
Yes.
If he's like, "Oh, here are the
Mm.
pros and cons," you know, and it's
Yeah.
like,
That's
but you can
probably
still
what
play
he's
it if
gonna
you
do.
want.
That's
know.
probably what he's gonna do.
Yep.
Here's
He's
the
gonna
thing,
show
like-
the pros and cons and say, hey, if you want to keep playing, like it's understandable. Which, you know, to be fair, does anybody here? I think we all have to take a hard look at this situation and say, look, we're not going to get these changes reversed. We all have to
No, I
sit
know
and
that.
decide:
I
do we want to
like.
keep playing 2B or not? Do we want
I'm
2B2T to
done.
die or not?
I want it to die, man. At this point, because I want it to die at least a good amount. You know, I want the activity to be less after the update than before the update. You know what I mean? Because
But
that
why
sends a
do you
message.
care?
at
If
least.
you have already quit, why do you even care?
Well, because it's about the principle of the whole matter, you know. Because I devoted fucking 5 years of my life to a fucking Minecraft server just for everything to be like almost gone in one night. You know what I mean? Like,
Fair
you
enough.
know, you
Like,
could call me an
Deloaded,
insult for that, but it is what it is. I enjoyed it.
No,
while
it's
I was there.
understandable. That's
I quit, but
understandable.
I look back, like, again, I still talk to you guys. I'll still pop in a VC occasionally here and there. Like, I still care about the community, but do I
Oh,
play?
can you
No.
get judgment on the stage?
Bro, no, actually ban this kid. He's just spam pinging everyone. Drug full of
Oh
kid.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I enjoy the server again. Like, I haven't really played in like a year, and I've been enjoying it. Like,
It's
I think
okay, man. But it's like,
mean,
is it
I-
really 2B or is it like
It's-
Minecraft?
no,
You know what I mean?
it's-
Like
it's
it's
not.
just survival.
just-
You feel me?
to me, it's just survival with fucking E-Fly. That's all
Yeah.
it is to me.
So like, you can do that in a single player world. You know
Peter,
what I mean?
can you
Like,
get rid of
But
this guy
I
that's
haven't-
fucking spam
Yeah,
pinging?
time to
I
do
Peter,
that.
can't
actually,
play
Thank you,
single
bro.
player anymore. That shit's dead as fuck.
Because I honestly, I don't want 2B2T to die from this. Even though I think the changes sucked and I would love to see them get reversed, I don't think that's going to happen. And so,
Deloaded.
I think
You know?
it's also a thing about how far us as a community let Housemaster like push us
Yeah.
around. You know what I mean?
Deloaded.
I
Because-
agree
But
with
like, I
enough.
think it's inevitable that 2B2T would have died because I think Mojang or Microsoft would have forced the admin's hand.
Deloaded.
No, I don't think. Listen, bro. I believe maybe Mojang hit up 2B and they were like, "Fucking, hey, bro, make sure your shit's EULA compliant." But they weren't like, "We're shutting your server down if you don't like fix it." Right?
Yeah.
They were never. I don't think they ever got to that point
But
for
what
him
would
to
the
have to do
EULA
these changes. I think he wanted
Just
to.
go
a
to
little bit.
draft.
Deloaded. Do you
What
plan on
does a
taking
EULA have
Josh
to do
on
with
TV, or do
reducing
you
items?
just
Like, I don't
plan
get
I mean,
on
it's
concentrating on
because of the
another server?
shops on the server. That might be a
No,
bit of a gray area.
No, but
EULA.
shops are gonna come right back. Like, there are shops on survival
true.
servers where
Yeah,
everyone
there's
just
shops on
dies.
Old Fag. There's no dupes on
Yeah.
Old Fag. There's shops on Old Fag. Right?
I've seen like Purity kids that I saw on fucking Purity Vanilla. they're on here already grinding, trying to make fucking shops. So that's
Reloaded.
obviously not the fucking reason.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you plan on keeping Dawnfear mainly on 2B? Is that your plan? Just out of
So,
curiosity.
Get
Prior to
Judgment
this,
in
we
H4
had branches
actually.
on many servers,
Yeah, I
Constantium
know.
included. Our plan is to kind of we're gonna play both. We're gonna play both a little bit of 2B. We're gonna play a little bit of Constantium, and just kind of
But
see
it's
what
not
happens.
going to be as focused, is what you're saying.
Well, we're gonna
Peter,
be
can
splitting
you
our time.
bring
Okay.
Kizzy up on the chat because he's got a fair point to make.
No, get Judgment. He's better.
I don't know who.
Please not Judgment.
Please,
Who's Judgment? Who's that?
Get Kit Nightingale up here, please.
Do not
Yeah,
get Kit up here.
Breaking the
Get
world.
Kit up here.
Yeah, the entire fucking room is gonna smell like fish tuna. It's over.
I mean, you don't need to bring up Kizzy Coco. We don't need another British person in here, but
Yeah, true. I think the ratio is kind of getting crazy.
yeah, pretty
There's
good.
a lot of people
There's a lot
raising
of
their
British
hands.
people.
Anyway, my main point though is it's like, yeah, I do believe this Discord's like mega LARP, but I also do believe that as a community, you do have to do like this organization type shit, right? Because that's at the end of the day how we have the most like effect, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Because
he
think about
knows
this, like this is the
Sweets is-
perfect example. I feel like this shit was expected almost, like Housemaster for the last years has just been slowly pushing more soy garbage upon the community. I'm talking about mutes, prio bans, right? Like
Yeah.
patching almost everything fun, deleting illegals, right? Like the list goes on, and all the warning signs were there almost, right? But people just chose to ignore it because it was placed slowly. And this is something I've like, I don't want to say I've thought a lot about, but something
the
I kind of noticed, right? If someone joined 2B in 2019, let's say, when 32Ks were a thing and like everything was fucking popping, and I think that was like, there was a dupe all the time, there's hella shit going on in 2019, right?
Wait, can we bring SSS6 up?
Yeah, bring
Just
him up.
raise his hand.
If someone
Yeah.
joined back then, they think that 2B is like a fun ass
I'm also
server.
gonna put Kizzy and Step on.
Yeah.
SSS is
But
OP.
like, bro, over time, if the server gets worse, they're like, this server's dog shit. I don't want to play this anymore, right?
Yeah.
But if
Yeah,
someone
John.
joined in 2023 on this like soy boy like server, right? Like everything's patched, there's nothing fun to do anymore. They're like, this is 2B as they know it. They never got to experience the fun part of it, right? Where everything was unpatched, right? And there's nobody really there to push to be like, hey, Housemaster is making shit worse for us. Like we should fucking like, do something about it. Like people will just quit and like give up on the server instead of actually like, like doing anything about it, right? So that just lets
Yeah.
Housemaster push people around, bro, I think.
Yeah, that's why it's good we have this, because like even if people quit, they could still use this Discord to do stuff remotely and help out.
Word. I mean, I think it's LARP at the end of the day. Like I really like realistically, I don't think this Discord is gonna
Well, I
do
mean,
a whole
dude, it
lot.
has to have like some
you
kind
know?
of team, like it can't
Yeah,
be just, like,
sure. But
it's like a
like I
battle
don't know.
on
I think
itself.
it is important to unify, like and like believe something together.
I think the real problem is that this sets a very dangerous precedent. This is done once. What's to say it won't happen again later on?
Exactly.
If someone finds
It
another
doesn't
digit,
have
they
This
have
isn't
to
the
do it
first
again.
time, by the way. Like House has been doing this shit, is what I'm trying to say, for the last like 3-4 years. I think since 2021 is the year where he really started to like
No,
make
he
the
was
server
doing
slowly
it way
worse.
before.
It was mainly
he was
illegal.
world editing bases and shit.
Of
Like,
course.
this has been going on for years.
I know,
So-
but the whole I'm talking about like the removal of anything anarchy, especially the whole hack client thing, because until even to 2020, House just understood that there was always going to be exploits on the fucking server, right? He understood there's always going to be people hacking, right? But in halfway through 2021, that is when I remember him patching a lot of shit. He patched Auto Crystal, he patched fucking eFly. That was late 2020, I think. People had to use
Yeah,
fucking
I remember
Boatfly
that.
for a few months. Shit was a crazy era, by the way, if you were then.
He
Jake the
patched
Snake
no
Dude.
slow.
Everything was slowly patched out, and it's like, oh wow, he really doesn't want us fucking hacking. If you send Housemaster an email and you had any sort of cheat in it, like if you're like, hey dude, like my chunks aren't loading or something, he'll be like, if you're using a hack client, stop using it. So his intention was so
Stop.
clear, and no, I've had emails where I fucking email House, I'm like, hey, your server isn't working, and he's like, are you using a hack client? Don't use it. I'm like, what the
Wait,
fuck?
send
Are
me
you
send
delusional?
a screenshot
know?
of that. Send a
Nah,
screenshot of
it's
that.
like it's from like 2020. It's like from like 5 emails ago, right? I mean 5 years, like accounts ago. But whatever, bro. Like, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
say, like, the warning signs were here, you know? Like, this guy's been pushing this agenda for so long, and nobody really says anything about it, you know? Because everyone's just like, oh, if I'm not muted in chat, why should I give a shit? You know, if I'm not prio banned, why should I care, right? And it's like,
Also,
damn.
like a lot of the changes were also just for PvP, like fucking CA. No slow kind of affected everyone, but mostly PvP.
PvP has not been fun since 2021. And the only reason people find it fun is because they joined after that. They didn't know how good it
Yeah.
used to be. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
I mean,
pretty much gonna talk about like so you guys were talking about house shops. That's one of the reasons, but they're not endorsed by Housemaster. I've owned like 4 or 5 shops. They're not specifically endorsed.
I mean, there's nothing he can really do about that. Like, there'll be a massive inflation of prices soon. Like, people will be saying
chose to make
selling,
these
like,
decisions. He
shulkers
wasn't
and e-gaps
forced.
for $20. Yeah, yeah.
What are you? I mean, let's talk about this for a second. One thing that's being ignored is the EULA changes on Prio, because that might completely like change shit completely.
That wasn't selling
No,
in-game. The
because
rule's
it
selling
would-
in-game items. This is selling access to get in quicker. It's a different thing.
yeah. No,
Which isn't stated.
if Mojang had a problem with it, they already reached out to 2B. They would have already done something about it.
Okay.
Like Prio would have changed already, but it's the exact fucking same.
Yeah.
How's
yeah,
it
I
going,
feel-
guys?
Yeah,
If
that's.
he really cared about the EULA, he would have got rid of Prio.
No,
So he wants
because
money.
it
That's
does.
the only way he
Prio-
gets money.
Prio doesn't affect actually like getting in game. I mean, it doesn't affect anything in game. It just allows you to get into the server quicker.
Yeah. The only thing that he may need to change is that I think he did already the 6-hour kick for non-pro
that's-
users because
that's
that kind
gone.
of restricts access.
I don't think that
on
shit
the
was
server at
intentional.
all.
Wait, he added
Yeah.
that? I didn't know that was added.
Yeah, so if you had non-prio, like back in the day, like before this update, you got kicked after 6 hours no matter what.
Yep.
Even
I thought it
even
was
stop,
Prio,
like, all,
even
It was
Prio
8
had that.
hours.
No, 6. It was 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 6.
There's obviously
So-
some like nice quality of life changes, but it's just like it's just bullshit, you know? Like, why did you
Yeah.
remove death messages? You know, why did
Yeah,
you remove
That's
green
that's
text?
the thing that like green
Yeah.
text, death messages, like
Yeah, thing is with death messages, like I can't say to my friends, "Yo, did I die?" Like if I wasn't at my PC, you know, I can't
Yeah.
say that shit anymore. Like, I
oh,
can't.
but you can
There's
check
information
logs,
which is
but
restricted. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, this is
Yo.
the same way that he got rid of Lil Readerbot, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, no, Raiderbot's on the server
Server's
right
been
now.
muted for years.
But,
Yeah, I know, but like he's slowly been trying to get rid of shit like that.
and I don't get it. Like, what's the point? Like, what's wrong with having like, you know, seeing when you last died or how many deaths you had or when
Because he
you
doesn't give a
Yeah.
fuck, bro. He thinks
I don't even.
I don't
I
know.
don't even know why he cares so much. Just to change like how we played the server, like us the
It's
players.
I know he clearly
He
has
wants
his own
more people
agenda,
to pay.
right? Is what I've been trying
If
to
you
say.
guys, if you guys don't mind, I make a point or two here.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm actually, I'd want to convey, I guess kind of want to argue like 2 points. The first being, the 2B community does not know what it wants. And you know, you might be asking like, why is that? But the answer is really simple. You know, and you guys, 2019, everybody hated like all the bots and like all the spamming shit,
Frosty.
right?
I
Right.
like 2B and shit.
Everybody hated like, you know, bots and stuff and like spamming. But then in 2020, when Housemaster removed it, everybody
Mhm.
got outraged and
No.
butthurt over it.
Because
So and like the thing is like,
back then, bro, the bot spam used to be horrible. You used to log on, there used to be 20 bots spamming green text. There's a middle ground that could have been achieved. And the issue was those bots were all fucking spamming for some like shitty
Yeah.
kit shop nobody cared about, right?
Yeah, this
Like the
is
bot issue used to be
like
bad.
a command,
All
this
he
is a
needed to
command.
do was apply a mild like chat filter, which he did, right? There's chat filter.
Yeah,
You
the-
can't type the dollar
gotcha.
sign into 2B2T
Yeah.
chat. It'll block the dollar sign. Any message
Yeah,
with
it's
the dollar
real.
sign, it will block, right? So there's shit like that, right? But what he didn't need to start doing is handing out mutes like they were fucking hotcakes, right? So that's definitely like
Yeah.
too far.
yeah,
Anyway.
and probably the second thing is that I actually kind of argue in favor of 2B2D dying off and like just closing down. And you know, you might be wondering why that is, but I'd like to, you know, tell everybody, most of you guys are like, you know, high school kids, maybe like most of y'all are like high school, middle school, or like a 20-year-old NEET living in their mom's basement. And there's this thing called like a digital footprint. And like if anybody found out, you know, if any of y'all got doxxed before, you know, yeah, or if anything, like any of the shit that you say in chat is gonna like go to like any fucking college you apply to, and like none of y'all are gonna go to college.
That's ridiculous. As
Yeah, I
That's
think that's like pretty
happening.
ironic of you to
I'll
say
let that happen.
Hippo003. You're fat as fuck, so I just
Okay,
Thing
man.
is, I
be
can
talking shit.
reasonably
Good thing for you to bring up like
defend everything I
4-year-old
said.
fucking drama.
Sorry. But it's just like, dude, if you're gonna bring up like digital footprint and you like came up in a VC and you're like, you have
Well,
a
I'm not
lazy
going to
eye.
college, so I don't gotta
By the
worry
way,
about it.
Okay,
Y'all,
so
y'all
it's like,
got,
why are you
y'all,
making a
y'all,
point
Judgment.
about that then?
Why are we
I,
talking about this? dude?
Wait, hold
personally,
on.
I think
Judgment.
this server should just die
Hey.
already.
Wait, you
Yeah,
don't
why-
have to
I
worry
think it
about
should
it
die
because
too.
you're not going to college, bro.
It's
Judgment.
not getting reverted.
I have a-
Like,
I have a-
there's
I have
no
a question
chance
for
these get reverted.
He's Frosty.
I have a very important
Right.
question for Judgment. Who are you?
Well, I think
Where?
He's
Like,
Frosty003.
what does
Clearly,
that
you've
mean?
never heard of me. You're a
Am I-
fucking
Oh,
2024
I
player.
have
You're
heard of
Okay,
you.
okay,
But-
listen
most
up, yo.
influential player.
Yeah.
We need
Let's not
to
have
bring
another
down some
Tyrant
of these
moment.
NNs, okay? Bring down a few
Yeah.
of these people in here, and we need to bring up Jack the Ripper because I would love to
Keep
debate him.
XSS6. XSS6 is chill.
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
chill
just
with him
say-
too. You
I mean,
know,
you
I'm
have
chill
to
with.
request to speak if I'm going to put him on. If
Yeah, Jack
I'm
is.
have to request that.
Is he here still? Yeah,
He's
he
here.
is. Yeah, bring him up. Bring him up. We need Jack up here.
I would just
Oh,
say,
yeah,
why
that's
are we
okay.
even playing the server? It's no longer anarchy. You know,
Jack.
what are we
It
doing?
doesn't-
At this
Yo.
point?
It's not
What's the
anarchy
draw?
anymore, but it can still be fun. You can still do
Well,
shit.
Well, what's the draw?
It's
for the
not
server? What
anarchy
is the selling point?
anymore.
I mean,
Dude.
realistically, it was never really anarchy.
Bingo. It was
Well,
never anarchy.
Like there was
It was
world
more
ending
anarchy
shit.
than it is now. Yeah.
Oh no shit, but like it still never really was anarchy.
Okay.
Guys,
Also,
don't
you're neglecting the
understand what
fact that it
anarchy
kind of
is.
doesn't matter what we think. When you Google anarchy server, this is still going to be the top
Yeah.
result.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
This is
So
yeah,
who's,
it's not
who's been
just-
around for longer than 50% of the server's lifespan?
Me, sir. I think a
consistently
lot of
played.
people here. Me, Deloaded. Actually, no. A lot
Yeah,
of these kids are new
definitely.
So
facts.
6.5
Me,
years.
Deloaded, call me Scott, I think. Squid. I
Okay.
don't know about Osmo.
A lot of you are unfortunate because you came in off Rusher, and that is just how it is. Can't help that.
Yeah.
Wait,
You all
Jack.
No, I'm
Hold
not.
on.
I'm not pulling the Rusher fag argument. That's not what I'm saying.
No. I wanna ask you is how like
Uh-huh.
when do you think the most people joined? You know, like do you think that 50% of the server
Um,
joined before Rusher?
No,
Let
no,
him
no, God no.
explain. Let him
Give me
talk.
some ratios
Maybe-
here.
Maybe 30% joined prior to Rusher, and then 70% after.
There are actual
Oh.
statistics on
There
this,
are
by the way.
stats. Okay, I
20
didn't
is
know
the
that.
most
it-
joined
it's
here.
way- way
more
higher than that.
skewed than you think it is.
Is it
It's like-
80-20?
No,
It's
it's
like
like 90
5,
something percent.
Yeah,
joined
90
after
to
Rusher.
10?
It's
Holy
like
shit.
The
5,
server was
95.
dead before Rusher. Server was long
Yeah.
dead before Rusher,
Yeah.
and then
Well, yeah,
he
but
came
there was
back
a
and
period
now
of activity.
always mad.
Prior to
Yeah,
Rusher, there's
of course.
maybe 150 something players, and then
Maybe
and
let
in
him
total,
explain his
total
point.
whoever
You guys
played,
stop being autistic.
and then
100
post Rusher, there's thousands.
Right.
Oh no, on 2B there were
Wasn't
like
there like 10 people online?
no, Rusher's video had like 20 people online, so it was like
Yeah,
starting to
something
get active again. But I'm pretty sure it was like 10, 20,000 before Rusher.
Okay. So the overall point I'm making here is that the vast majority of you are ignorant to how the server was about 10 years ago, which is when it was at its peak originally prior to Rusher. 2013, 2014 was like the height of the server. Okay.
Oh, are you saying he's the
There has
Alright,
always
but
been.
comparatively, that's a very small peak. You know what I mean? Like that's like
Yeah, but that's the next
I-
biggest peak you'll find.
I think that to be pre-Rusher is a completely different server, right? Just in the way that House just completely changed the
Not
server, I think
really.
Rusher completely changed it.
Yes, but not ultimately not
He
really.
owns it.
All that matters is the philosophy has always been more or less the same. There has always been some sort of interference. There's always been stuff people don't like. So one of the big things that I remember when I first got onto the server was that you could go to the end. Well, that end was a prior end map that did not exist legitimately. Pop Bob's backdoor plugin had happened in late 2011. People got in portals. People went to the end. Housemaster found out about it, got mad, deleted the entire dimension. That, of course, made people ass mad too. And so for an entire year, we bitched at him, re-enable the end, re-enable the end. You're shutting us off from, because he was legitimately shutting us off from 1/3 of the, viable dimensions and all that shit. And so eventually he relented and did that. Here's how he did it. He went to, according to what the seed said, he went to the 3 spots around spawn, because back then only 3 strongholds generated per world. So he went to those 3 spots and deleted all the chunks that would have generated a stronghold. That was the very first time Housemaster did this type of shit. So, no, admin interference has been a thing in some form or fashion from the get-go. It
Not
just
really
took
like
some
that.
time.
Even before that, he used to world edit spawn all the time.
Exactly. I got trapped in the very first time I got out of spawn. I got lucky. I made it out about 180 kilometers. Died to some dumb bullshit that I admit was my own fault. And I got sent back to spawn. And I was inside a box made of lava with spawn protected walls that you legitimately could not get out of. And
Okay.
Housemaster had to world edit all of that away.
Jack,
and once
I'm
upon
not.
a time,
I'm not
you
arguing
would-
that.
No,
I know. House has always
just-
been a figure.
I'm just
right?
illustrating the point that there's always been interference
Mhm.
and that this idea of anarchy does pertain to him and that this is not a new thing. We just had a very long lull in which that was not the case.
No, definitely disagreed. I
think this
tuned
might
in
be
to
a
your
little
video
different than that.
earlier today. I decided to watch your video where you give your take on the new update of 2B, where you're, walking around with your trident and shit. And you said, I don't know if this is a direct quote, you can correct me, but you said something along the lines of most of the people who are mad about the update
They
are
feel
upset that the server is
feel lied
harder.
to.
Do you believe that the server is harder now that it updated?
Only like marginally.
Only
It
marginally.
was only
Okay,
made marginally harder.
but you believe it's a good thing. You said something
a little
along the lines of
difficulty is not
people that
bad.
are mad that they lost their stuff should learn a lesson because you can lose your stuff.
Well,
and
they're
it
losing.
happens,
They're
you know?
learning a lesson that things are
They're
transient.
learning a lesson.
That things are
Okay.
transient. Yes.
Okay. So I personally I just find that crazy to say because in the
Why?
spirit of anarchy, bro, if someone's griefing my base, I'm fine with that, right? Because that's anarchy. That's another user logging on griefing my base, you know? But
Yeah.
I believe if I lose all my shit overnight, no warning, no communication, no nothing to an admin on the server who just felt like it, who just felt like they should do that, I
Yep.
don't believe that's a lesson for me to learn. Right? What's the lesson? Maybe like
no, I just told you,
you
the
know,
lesson is that everything is transient. It
everything
can just
is.
happen out of nowhere. It can just happen.
This is just such a large
That's life.
viewpoint, though. Like, what does that mean?
No, that's. Oh, do you not know what the definition of transience is? Here today, gone tomorrow.
Temporary, no? Yes, temporary.
Temporary. You're right.
Yep. But
Everything is
it's
temporary.
temporary when I signed up. Obviously, I
Right.
obviously I never fully agreed to some rules of
Yeah, you
anarchy,
don't have
right? Like
to.
I know that it could
You
have
don't have
changed.
to.
I
That's
know.
life. You were
But-
born, weren't you?
But if I'm logging on one day and then the next day the server is
Yeah.
a completely new, different server,
Yep.
I should at least hold some type of expectation
Hey,
as
Jack,
to the server I play on, as a player of the
Jack,
server,
it's
as
like
someone
even
who's
if
devoted
I know
years of
you
my life
should.
to it.
In a fair
Jack.
world, that would happen. But
Hey, Jack.
we don't live in a fair world, do
So
we?
you're just saying
Jack.
the world isn't fair,
Right.
and
Yeah,
you should cope.
Jack, stop. Jack, also consider that now we are
Mhm.
paying. Back when you were playing, you were not. We are paying.
Well, at some point I was paying.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't think it's all would stand up in court. If like a landlord burnt all their lodger's belongings, I don't think
Yeah.
this is a lesson things are transient would hold up in court.
No,
Okay,
that's not
I
the
think
point.
people
It's
would
just-
really accept it.
You're comparing apples to oranges, though, by using court. With a landlord situation, you've signed a contract. Have you signed any contracts?
We bought prior, yes.
Yeah. He's citing that as signing a contract, according to the 2B2 boss.
We do agree to the terms, so yes.
But at the same time, are you going to be able to bring him to a court somehow? Like, if you
No, I'm
can
not
bring
going to do
Housemaster to a
something
court,
actual-
you might be able to argue that case. But can you, though? So
I mean,
I don't know.
It's a video
Well,
game server. We won't
It
be
is
able
a
to
video
defend
game,
that.
exactly. At the end of the day,
Well, like-
it's just a block game.
I mean, we might just be able. I just want to cause havoc from as much as possible. And, just, like,
I just
and
wanna
like it's
cause
hard
havoc
for
too,
him
I
to
know.
like manage the server and crap. So that
Peter,
Yeah,
that's
at the end of
very
the day,
juvenile. Peter,
it's
that's
crazy
extremely
because
juvenile.
I'm not even too salty about the update. I disagree with it, right? But I'm not gonna
Right.
sit here and whine and cope, right, and do all these things, right? And
That's
I'm
literally what this
certainly
Discord
not
is.
gonna whine about my stash, right? Because I had a
Well,
stash, right? Like a
right.
lot of people did, and it wasn't big. It wasn't the biggest stash on the server type shit, right? And
Right.
it is what it is. I probably could have sold it for a few $100s before the update, right? But it is what it is. Everyone lost, everyone lost tons on that day, right? So I don't care about the stash. I don't care about the shit I lost. I care about the principle of the server. You know what I mean?
Right.
If House
Well,
is going to make a change on behalf of the
I-
community,
I hate
for
to
the
tell you
community, affecting the community,
Right.
then, and he's not going to talk to the community. He's not going to communicate. He's not going to do
Never does.
anything because he
Never did.
feels like it.
Yep.
So
It's not
so
about the items.
in what world is this a fun server to play on? Like, how would you
Fun to
enjoy
fuck
if
up.
tomorrow we go back to 1.2.5? Everyone gets an inventory full of duped items, right? It does the
Fun, it's
exact opposite
subjective.
of what you enjoy, and it's like, would you play on that? You know?
Yo,
I
fire!
might not enjoy that, but
I would
might.
though. I would
Or
love
another
that
person
if
might.
my inventory is filled with duped items that I could fuck the server up, you know? But what I'm saying is it's only people who want to play a certain type of server, right? Like Syndicate, he loves vanilla servers, right? That's cool. When the server turned more vanilla and less anarchy, he's now playing the server, right? That's fine for him, right? But my issue is that he can just abandon the player base. He can switch the server whenever he feels like to get a wave of people in, right? And forget about the old, because who the fuck cares anymore? You know, I'm making money a different way.
Who
right?
cares about all those old people who came pre 2016?
So where's that? So
Who
where's
cares
that
about all
fair?
the people who came post 2016? Yeah, where is the care? I don't know.
I care about the
It doesn't
majority of I
exist.
care about the community of the server. I feel like that should be the focus, no?
Oh, Maxi, you were saying just about every single thing I heard back in 2016.
I think it's about the items, if I'm being too honest.
Some people, for some people, it's
I
about
don't
the
think
items.
so either. I think it's the
For some
fact that
people, they were lied
anti-X-ray
to.
exists on 2B
yeah.
is a disgrace. The fact that I cannot log on a vanilla client and turn on an X-ray texture pack is disgusting to me. It's like a slap in the face. It's like we're going so vanilla, you can't X-ray anymore. Like, excuse me? This is not the server I was playing. Like, excuse me?
Nope.
What is this shit? Like, oh my god.
You're
get me
paying
away.
for either.
It's dog shit.
I mean, once
Maxi,
upon a
check
time,
the DMs.
there were common fly hacks that everybody could use. Everybody could fly. Once upon a time. And then that got patched. People pitched a fit about that too, but ultimately it just
Bro,
is
I
what it
think
is.
yeah.
Once
But
upon a
the-
time, you could
Hacking
use
patch.
Elytra.
There's
And
a
then
difference,
Elytra were
though.
disabled. And that
There's
was
a
how it
difference though,
worked.
because one of
It sucked.
these examples are no, there is a difference because when you're patching a crazy movement hack, right? Like let's say he's patching boat fly on the roof, right? There's crazy exploits that existed at 2B for like longer or shorter periods of time, right? It's different, right? Elytra before it got patched for what 2-3 years was it? Something crazy like that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
it was
disabled
used
a while.
nuts. Like there's videos I forgot who it was. But like that classic video, I forgot whose video is, Housemaster raging in the top
It's
left corner.
Clyde. Clyde made that
Clyde
video.
Yup. Yeah, you know exactly which video I'm talking
Oh,
about,
yeah.
where he's loading thousands of chunks in a minute, right?
Yeah, and Housemaster messages
that
him on
makes
Steam.
sense,
Stop
right?
it.
Relatively,
So good.
obviously he could have patched it in a
Farm
good way,
master.
but this is different. This isn't him patching something that's necessary to keep his server alive. Like he didn't need to patch anti-X-ray. Why? He did it because he felt like it. He did it because in his head he's like, I own this server and I do what I want, so let me do this for fun, right? So he didn't ask the community. He didn't do anything. This was not a necessary change. Nobody asked for him to do this, and he did it anyway. So explain to me why that's a good owner.
I never
just on
said
the
he was a good
anti-
owner.
I mean, well,
Just
why is
on
that a
the
good server to play on? Why would you want to play on a server like that? He's never done that in the
Max,
past.
Oh, he's
Maxi,
done
consider-
this hundreds of times. Are you
Not on
fuck-
this
have
scale.
you been
Not on
paying
this
it-
scale. Not on
Yes,
this
he's
scale.
done stuff on this scale. Are you
Not on
kidding
this
me?
scale. Give me one other event that's as significant as the amount of things. He has an entire list. Never has he had an entire list of patch. He's patched small things. The end shit is pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie. But that's 2014, right? That's a different house entirely. That's not a team. Now he has a team of people. X-Ray is fucking patched. Has X-Ray ever been patched on 2B before? Has that ever happened?
It's not that
Never.
X-Ray was patched, but I can give you something just as significant as
Let me see it.
X-Ray that was patched. The Nether Roof.
That's not what?
Yes, the
No,
Nether
that
Roof
is
is
nowhere
vanilla.
on the-
X-Ray isn't.
I mean, I missed the Nether Roof, man. There was cool shit.
It
Like
also
I knew
patched.
builds on the Nether Roof, right?
The Nether Roof
that
was
were far out.
legitimate, though. X-Ray
Yeah,
is not considered
sure.
legitimate by vanilla standards.
But
Every
Nether
server
Roof is not,
has
Nether
the-
Roof is not that crazy too. By the way, people.
Yes, it
traveling on
was.
the
It was
Nether Roof broke
unlimited
the
free
server.
fast travel. For the longest time, the Nether Roof was
It
the
was
most
busted
efficient
though,
way to
but
get
he
anywhere.
also had once
It was
again
disabled because it was
legitimate
really
reason
fast travel.
for patching that.
X
Yeah,
was
exactly.
disabled
for
for
fast
no
travel.
reason. No reason
Exactly.
whatsoever.
I'm trying to say, do you have another?
Punch
Like,
me,
do you have an
dude.
example of when House changed something for no reason, just because he felt like it, and as
Yes,
significant as
I
this?
just said the Nether Roof. That
That's
was a
not
big
for no
one.
reason. That's not for no reason.
For no
There's
reason.
probably
Well, I
those
mean,
two
even-
reasons.
People
Although
are putting
it's
too
a
many
shitty
thoughts.
reason, but he could still
Yeah.
justify it.
I mean, even X-Ray was patched for a pretty good reason. It was to keep
Pretty good. His
game
quote
balance
in his
or
quote,
whatever.
it is to stop people from getting netherite,
Right,
from getting new items.
as quickly.
So why would that be his concern in an anarchy server?
Because he wants to give some longevity to the server, I guess.
So why is his
Drop
personal
server
beliefs he wants
Make
to
you
give
stay
some
on here
longevity to
longer.
the server? It doesn't matter
The-
if people
But
get
He's
extra.
always had this
Yeah, but-
vanilla belief, though. There's always
And-
been this
and
this gung ho vanilla only mindset.
Well,
That's
Maxi,
always
what
been
you
there.
need to understand is this is not our server. This is his server.
No, I
Unfortunately,
know that. I've been understood that. But I'm just saying, why
Well,
would I?
the-
I mean,
the-
as until now, I feel like Housemaster has always been a shitty owner, notoriously
Oh, yeah.
shitty, right? And
Oh,
I
yeah.
understood that. Of course, I agree. I agree with that 100%. But never
Not how
as
anymore, though.
big of a change until now, and as drastic of a change where he decides to implement his own beliefs. You feel me? So it's never
own
been
belief-
to the point.
Dude, he shut
where
down
he
an
wants to
entire
do whatever he wants
dimension
to do.
over his own beliefs. Are you shitting me?
Well, hold on a minute. Hold
Well, that
on a
was
minute.
backdoor. That's different.
This is
That's,
also
listen.
not the same housemaster who did that.
Yeah,
the
as,
server's
uh,
been
We
sold
assume it's
like,
not
he
the
sold it
same. Yeah, I think it
multiple
might
times.
be.
It's not the same.
There's
Oh
no
my God,
way
you're
it's
actually
the same.
washed if you
There's
think
no
this
way.
is the 2014 house. Holy shit.
There's no way it's
No,
the
it's
same.
I know
not.
he's involved. That's all I know. For
I mean,
sure.
maybe he still gets. I don't know. I don't think he's like
He's always
running
on
the
the
thing.
He probably
I
gets
mean,
a cut of
the,
profit.
the
That's what
owner
I'm
of
thinking.
2B2T is Curtis PvP.
Yeah,
There's
he's
been
been-
Well, that's
He's
also
owned
that's also
it.
on YouTube, bro. We thought it was John Terry Gast a few months ago. Like I don't know. There's a lot of bullshit. All I know is that there's
Back
he's
in
confirmed that
2021,
there's a
it
tech.
was
True.
fucking
True,
Walden.
he's
I don't
accidentally
remember.
leaked things.
Okay, but like obviously that
There's
that
the-
could also just be bait.
Wow.
That could also be bait. You never know 100%. But we
The
do know that there is a
ATST,
team working behind
forum.
2B because he does confirm that.
There's
Yes.
hard proof that's owned
The
by
main,
Curtis.
the main,
There's a team.
the main issue with the whole anti-X-ray thing, you're saying it's to sort of improve longevity. I'm just going to point out it's a little bit niche, but the whole thing with anti-X-ray completely fucks over the archive server as well. They are unable to
Yeah.
accept any more
He
submissions
never cares.
because of that. So it isn't going to help longevity, and it's actually going to make it harder to catalog the history.
does anti-X-ray work with world downloading?
I wouldn't be surprised
Yeah.
if eventually the anti-X-ray goes away. But
He did
I don't
say
know.
it was like an experimental thing.
yeah, it's
I
experimental.
hope it
I don't
gets
know.
taken away because I don't agree with it. I think it's fucking retarded.
Shouldn't be experimented with.
Speaking
For no
about
reason.
retarded, let's talk about mutes. Jack, do you think mutes are a good addition to 2B2T?
Oh God,
do you
no!
think
I hated mutes. I've been threatened
Okay.
with a mute by House himself before.
been threatened?
I'm
I'm
currently
talking about
muted.
recently. You know, there's hundreds and hundreds of people muted, either soft muted,
Yeah.
hard muted on 2B,
I'm
right?
aware.
So how is that on Earth a good server to play on when people can just get muted for
It's
for
not
being
a fun
active?
thing. No, it
No.
shouldn't exist. But
Okay.
this is the place to be, whether you like it or not.
I mean,
It's the
Max,
place to
I
be.
quit because of all this shit. Like, but there are some people
This
who
is
don't
just
want
high
to. Like, there's
pixel,
some
too.
people. This is like the best thing. You've seen the
I'm
subreddit
enjoying
with all
it,
the
yeah.
cringy motherfuckers.
I mean,
It's
I'll understand it.
unfortunate,
Like,
it really is. But
I understand if you can enjoy the server, right? I
feel like-
understand because House switched
Mhm.
the audience almost, right? Like he
Uh,
changed the server, I believe.
kind of, but
I
not
don't
really.
I don't think
It
he
is
did it
not the same
intentionally,
thing
though.
as 2B a year ago. Not the same
That-
2B.
I don't think he intentionally did that though. Like
Yeah, that was not. his
Of course,
intention.
intentionally. What are you talking about? This entire thing was
Was
intentional.
to
He
bro.
think
didn't
this would
I
have
mean,
no clue.
there were things that he did to change the server that pissed people off and they quit. Yes. But then fuck, where am I going with fucking
I think the big problem here is that everybody was sold on one thing, not realizing that the server was never that thing. You've all been kind of sold on a lie, and you feel
No.
betrayed
No.
because, I mean, that server didn't actually exist.
Listen,
But
I knew there was
as-
bullshit the second I signed up. The first time
Oh.
I logged in 2B2T, bro, I was a fucking UFAG. I watched Ant's video. I logged the fuck on. Guess where I was? I was in Bedrock, right? I was stuck under Bedrock, fucking doing one of the shits where I beg in chat, how the fuck do I get out? Until someone told me /kill, and I /killed, and it worked, and I was so happy, right? To finally fucking escape spawn and be in UFAG, right? And then, you know, I log in, what is it, 2021? /kill is gone. Excuse me? What? So it's like I feel like 2B has lost its essence and so many of the nice things that it used to have. It used to have way more community oriented things. Bots used to actually be very helpful for the community. And now death messages get banned like half the time. Even before the update, I know that now it's completely gone, right?
Death messages are local.
But slowly over time, yeah, now it is. But even in like days before the update, half the death messages would not show in chat because people are either muted, which also doesn't show death messages, or death messages get blocked for someone if they die too often, right? So it's shit like this, especially with Lol Ritter getting kicked a lot, and House does not care for the things that were like founding pillars of the community. I'm talking about /kill. I'm talking about commands like that. Green text is gone. Green text is gone.
Yeah, I think
So
that'll
so
come
I
back,
think that's
though.
crazy. I think it's completely new. It's gone in a completely new direction because at least Old House would do shitty things, but he would stick with the whole theme of the community, you know?
The theme. Okay, so I think I understand what you're saying, Max.
Yep.
You're saying compared to like 2017, 2019, whatever that time period, the server has become more mainstream, more like family friendly, more soy infused. Is that what you're kind of saying? Because you're right about
they've-
that. It absolutely has taken that turn, and there are
They've
reasons.
literally unbranded.
You know, there are reasons to complain. There are reasons to be upset about that, but you can also point to Minecraft itself being a lot stricter with their rules as to what they're going to allow and what they're not going to allow. And you know, literally people were killing themselves with swords that had extremely vulgar names or names that had racial slurs. And that's probably half the reason that death messages got disabled, by the way, is just for that reason. I don't know. I mean, if don't be mad at 2B2T for adapting to Minecraft's EULA changes.
No,
'cause-
but the
Yeah,
thing
I
is,
think
the
is-
ULA, it's rarely enforced, and if it became an issue, he could just move to cracked.
No, but Microsoft knows about 2B. It's not like it's under the radar. It's been known
No,
for
but I think
a while.
listen, I think that the best argument people who are, you know, pro the server changes have, it's about the EULA thing. Because that's the only thing that would really have to make House force his hand. That means that it wouldn't be some type of, you know, egotistical decision by House to make all these changes.
I think that's
But-
probably what it is.
No,
think
I
that-
really like I
think it's
find it hard to
just-
believe that he did
Okay.
all this just because of EULA
No,
changes,
okay.
right?
The items definitely does not have to do with EULA. Anyone
Well,
that thinks
no,
it has to
okay,
do with
the
EULA is
items
fucking
no, but
retarded.
some of the other things on that list people are upset about, you can
death
attribute
messages,
to the EULA.
Death messages I can understand.
Mm,
Mutes, kinda.
no.
Like
Mutes are for like
Because like
racism.
what are you gonna
There's-
do? Like stop people from talking shit? Like
Yeah, that's what he's been
That's
doing.
what
for,
he's
like,
doing. I mean,
plus years.
For like years at this point. This is nothing new.
No, but
Yeah.
it's like I'm trying to argue that he doesn't need to. I feel like there's some type of biased like I feel like House has a vision of what he wants
course.
to be. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like
and
he
that's
wants it
MVP.
to be
Yeah,
like this
bro, people
soy
don't
pseudo
know.
anarchy like vanilla server where everyone's like buddy buddy. There's no death messages in chat. You know, everyone's friendly. You know, you censor out swear words. You know, dupes are patched. Right? It's
Yeah.
like it is what it is, man.
I mean,
He wants
I
to
wish
exploit
you'd
honor.
been around
have
for
their
old
own-
2B2T.
I know. I mean, I wish too, because I probably would have enjoyed that a million times more than this. Like
Oh, yeah.
every year, it gets worse and worse. You know, like every single year that I'm on it, it feels worse than the last one. And maybe it's a nostalgia factor thing, but I also believe,
It
like
is.
genuinely, when you consider it, like there was more shit to do back then, bro. In
I'm
2019,
not
there
sure
was so
that-
much shit to do. There was,
You know, I don't
like
think
so
the
many
vast
options.
majority of the
Maybe he was
community
at
would
peak.
want to play the server like with what it used to be like. Even in 2017, people would like read each other's addresses and shit out in chat.
Yeah.
Like
Fun.
there was bad
Let's
shit
do
going
that.
down.
Let's be
Like,
realistic.
there are justified reasons why people get chat muted, you know.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
fine. I mean, I get that.
mm.
That's just the 2B community,
Yeah.
though. It's been toxic, right? Like that's what you sort of sign up for, though. You know,
No people
in my
think
opinion.
There's some mutes that are like completely bullshit though. Like I got muted for
Mhm.
Yeah.
talking about the rules in chat. Like that has nothing to do with being toxic at all. He just
I
enforced
got
that
muted.
because of his own ego.
I've been muted for like a year and a half now. No unmute, no nothing. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
I've
He
been
actually-
I
he
got
actually
muted
hard
today
muted me
just for
for a day.
spamming like a new fag
Uh,
spammer.
I got hard
Been
muted.
banned for like 2 years
one
for
day.
I think I sent an invite link like twice, and I've been muted for 2 years.
Yeah, if he does that unmute wipe, that would be nice. But
It's crazy.
he would unmute someone accidentally. That's like really toxic. So unless he has
Yeah.
some sort of like rule list that he
just
added,
doesn't
he
make
appended
sense.
to everyone who broke the rules and like got muted. There's no way he's gonna mute people. Just
What people
that
have to
way.
understand is that there's 2B is not gonna ever stay the same, right? Like there's
Right.
always going to be changes. Yes, it's almost like an arms race, if that makes sense. There's two players in the game. One is Housemaster and the owner of the server, the team, if you want to call it that, right? And the second is the community, the people who are doing things, right? So, for example, let's say Housemaster and his team vanish off the face of the earth tomorrow, never update anything, server stays online, right? What do you think is going to happen? The community is eventually going to catch up, get exploits, find a dupe maybe. You know, server's going to get overrun by the community, if that makes sense, right? Because the community will have power because, you know, nothing's there to stop them, right? And that's what 2B was like for a long time. Is where the community was the
not
one
this
making
much.
a lot of progression in terms of exploits, dupes, you know, and everything else, right? In terms of like the community events, you know, shit like that, right? And then when Housemaster started really stepping in and fucking like stopping this stuff, I believe is 2021 because that's when I personally saw it. He could have been doing it way before.
I feel
But
like
Housemaster, I believe, has been in charge. He has been in
started in
charge. He's been
2019.
ahead of the community for the last 2-3 years. He's been pushing out everything, and everyone else has just been listening because they're forced to, because they have to do everything. He's been patching every single dupe. He's been patching every single exploit. Electrify, not really, because he's like dog shit at it. But like it is what it is. He's been muting everybody. He's been prio banning people, you know. So he's really been enforcing rules more than the community can do to catch up, than to figure out new exploits, figure out new ways of breaking the rules, which is like almost the whole point of 2B, is that the community comes together to fuck shit up, right? So I don't know. If you look at shit back then, like I know I keep bringing up 2019, but that's really when I feel the last year when the community was on top, when it was really ruling the server. Because you had so much stuff back then. Fucking pig spawners, 32Ks, bro. You had like 5 fucking dupes in that 1 year. It was the craziest shit. And everyone had access. There wasn't no private dupes. There wasn't no patching bullshit, right? Until later. Like House was behind at that point. Like the community was winning and House was behind. And I think he got fucking sick of that shit, you know? And then he wanted like, oh shit, they run the server, not me. And then he started, you know, making his own idea of 2B. And now he's enforcing that, I think, in 2023. So I don't
Power
know.
hungry, like he doesn't do this and think it's a good idea. There's no way he would disable X-ray and think, you know, amazing
just
idea.
wants
Everyone's
money.
gonna love this.
No, I think he was forced to disable that by Mojang or something.
I don't think he was forced to do
When
anything.
when server blacklisting was enabled, he didn't do anything about that.
I said this earlier. I don't think Mojang said you must do this or your server will be shut down. I think they might have spoke before. I think there might have been a few emails
No, I think
interchanged being like,
I think he read the new rules and he said, "Oh shit, I better like make
but
these emergency changes."
Mojang
but
understands what
my
2B is,
server's
like
gonna
someone
get
said
killed.
earlier. Like they're not just going to shut the server down. At least I don't think. Like that's a scary thought.
No, Matt, they totally would. I don't think you understand. Like
I don't know.
for
bypassable. You
them,
can still
this
join
server
banned
is nothing.
servers.
They could shut it down in a heartbeat, and Minecraft will
Ubisoft
continue
are
to make shit
monkeys.
tons of money. They literally don't care.
That's a scary conversation, but I don't know.
mean,
like I
they
don't know if
don't
I can
make any
really.
money from Java anyway.
I
They
don't
make
think
all their
anyone
money
can
from
say
Bedrock.
anything 100% like sure though. You know what I mean? Like nobody knows anything until House confirms it, which is another issue, by the way, entirely.
I do
I don't
agree.
know.
There is a lack of communication. If he had explained why he was doing these changes better, I think there would be a little bit less outrage. But
Yeah, 'cause if there
unfortunately,
was
that's not what we're getting.
more communication from House, then I think
it's like, what
players
else
would
am I
have
gonna think,
understand
you know?
what the changes were.
What else am I gonna think except for he wants to make the server into his survival paradise, right? Because he doesn't explain anything. He doesn't want to make that connection to the community. So why should I, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt? You know, why should I play on this dog shit server if he can just change it however he feels like, whenever he feels like? So it's like, I don't know.
Well, we look. No one's making you play, so
No, I quit.
yeah.
I'm gone.
Let's get
We're
some
the ones
people that
paying
are.
for this, and it's getting
Let's talk
randomly
about the
changed.
actual.
Yeah, I'm down for
union,
some new
please.
takes in here. I'm a little watered out.
Let's
like-
talk about the actual union and like
We
what the
need-
fuck's the point of this.
We need to get more
What
known
about
people on
Clown?
here.
Let's get Kid
Pete-
on here.
Peter, can we get Kit on? Yes. She's been
Yeah,
off
can we
for a
go
while
to
now.
I was gonna say.
We need to get more known people on here to
Okay.
give their opinion.
I'm just trying to. I don't like. I'm fine with anyone as long as the doesn't turn into like cancer or anything. It was I want you guys to actually like talk about like execution and everything, not being like LARP and stuff.
I don't need like a ton of 2023 players in here.
I'm pretty sure we've been looking too much on a small scale right now since we're talking about the individual things that have changed, but I think we more need to focus on the fact that each person that plays 2B is a vote. Their vote's $20 plus a little bit of tax, which is if
Yep.
they pay
Based.
trial or not.
True.
Do you think I don't care about why you think the changes are bad or good. Do you think the changes are bad or good? Everybody in the VC answer.
Mostly bad.
Bad.
Mostly
Yeah,
bad.
they're
Some are
inherently
Changes
good.
bad.
good.
Come on,
I mean,
Jeff.
changes are bad.
Some are good,
Changes
some
are
are
bad.
inevitable,
50-50.
and most are bad.
You see
Yeah.
how
I like the
everybody
alternate
said
timing
that it was
generation.
some. You see how everybody
Economy
said it was some
reasons
bad.
I mean,
If
There's a
everybody-
difference though
community.
between bad and going to quit the server and bad
Wait,
and going to keep playing.
Jack,
anyway.
I'm interested. You said kind of mid, to be honest.
Changes
right?
are
Which
kind
is,
of big, yeah.
but you
I don't-
haven't touched the server seriously in years until now. This made you come back.
I've
Is
been
it just
playing
the
every
1.19?
version. No,
Yeah.
it was the nerfing, the item nerfing, the
Oh,
alteration.
so that
all
so the
it was
item
all the
nerfing
changes
made you come
combined.
back.
All the changes combined made me come back. Yes.
So do you like that survival element more when where it's less exploited and it's more of just a survival server?
Yes.
Is that why you
I
came
do.
back?
I do tend to like that a little bit better.
You're a builder, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Fair
but
enough.
why are we asking this question to you? This is an individual basis. Jack is one person who is going.
Right.
to
No,
vote yes
no.
on
But it's
What are you
important to
talking about?
understand everyone's POV because you
Yeah,
know if
I gotta
Jack could be
say,
speaking
Maxi,
about a lot of people here, right?
I gotta
Especially
say,
his viewers, you know, that
I
agree
gotta
with
say,
the content.
I gotta say, Maxi, and all respect to you, Jack, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, when you're citing all these previous times the admins have done X, Y, and Z, never before has the server, like in the last few years, actually been making the money that's been making. It hasn't had this huge influx of players every month paying prio, looking at the website where it says we will never reset this server and tick these terms and conditions to pay for your priority pass. You know, like it is different at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, House can make the changes that he can, but this is like this is a completely different ball game. You know, I don't mind so much about the items, but I do mind having to go millions and fucking millions of chunks into the freaking end to get an Elytra or a Shulker. Yeah, that's fucked up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
the British
for
lady
one
too.
thing, you
Just
know?
off the Elytra
Yeah.
point.
You know,
Because
what I do mind is an admin that can do
Yeah.
prior bans anytime they fucking like. You know,
God
there's a
save
lot
the
about
queen.
this that sucks, man. You know? And yes, it's got to start taking notice of the URLA. And at some point, some angry parent somewhere with too much fucking money is going to say, right, I'm suing 2B2T. They have warped my son's tiny little mind. And we're fucked, yeah? And yes, you are right. Yeah, everything changes eventually. Everything dying is inevitable. But right? The 2B admins need to retain their promise to all the players who faithfully watch Fit, faithfully watch whatever, and like paid their prio. Yeah, you cannot freaking make huge changes like this without freaking pissing off your bloody players. And I gotta say, for the most part, I'm pissed off. You know?
Well,
I mean,
let me
I
help
just
you
Elizabeth
out.
is
am,
good,
you know?
guys. Come on.
Let me help
He
you out a
made-
little
Teammate was
bit.
good.
Let
He
me
made
help you
this
out.
change
No
knowing
amount of
he would split the
outrage,
fucking community.
no amount of outrage or whining or 2B2T union strike, whatever nonsense, is going to affect any kind of change. These changes
Yeah,
aren't getting
probably,
reversed.
probably,
Okay,
mate.
okay,
But
so
here's the
given
thing,
that we
right?
all acknowledge that that's probably true,
Housemaster stopped responding to refund emails a few
I
days
get it.
ago. Right?
get it.
Yeah.
for the
Why
queen,
was that?
though.
I wonder.
Yeah, he
Maybe
never
because we were
never
all
got
asking for
mine.
fucking
Never got-
refunds.
I get it. I get it.
You
Okay,
know?
but given that we all know it's very unlikely these changes are going to get reversed,
They'll
I
never
think
get
we need
reverted.
to stop with like the
been
bullshit
to
and the
destroy
like,
2B.
oh, the
I
boycotting
agree.
and all this.
I don't
Just
think
stay
Kid is
on the server if
bullshitting.
you want to stay and quit if you want to quit. It's not a big deal.
No,
But the whole point is
Mate,
everyone
mate,
should
so-
fucking quit.
Look, mate.
Well,
if you don't want
yeah,
to
we
do
have to at least-
anything,
yep.
by all means, man, go ahead and do nothing. But
I just
you know
think
what?
there's
If there's
nothing
a
you can
chance,
do. I
we
think
can
there's nothing you
affect
can
some
do.
of if we can affect some of the things that the admin has done. For example, a while ago, the housemaster or the admin or whoever said, "Oh, I might take back the changes to X-ray." Yeah. You know, that means that they are flexible. There are some things that they are willing to listen to us about. And while this is a fresh change to the server, a massive change, we have to make known what we want as players. Yeah, else we might as well just shut the fuck up, not play, and not bother doing anything. You know, House needs to know what we want. Yeah, and I
made
do
this
feel
point
like
earlier.
if by saying something, you know, we're gonna get there. We'll get
Yeah.
somewhere anyway. It's better than like nowhere. You know.
Shit, I wanna
And
talk about
Maxi, by the
Frank.
way,
I wanna talk about
everything
Frank
you
real
said
quick.
up until now, Maxi, I agree with. And now,
My
I'm
bad.
sorry, D, I will let you talk. Go ahead, man.
I
For
look,
real.
honestly, if it's possible for some of these things like the X-ray thing or you know some of these changes to get rolled back, then I would love to see that happen. I'm kind of black-pilled, and I really don't think it's possible.
Well, if he says on his
Yeah, that's the
website
issue.
he may take back the X
You need some
rating,
hope in your soul,
then
Deloaded.
he may well do it. Yeah, exactly. Come on,
Just ask
like
for
you
it,
know, you
just-
got to have your foot in the water and take the temperature.
Let me
you know
talk
what I
about
mean?
Franknificent real quick because
shit.
he, in my opinion, it might sound like an irrelevant person to bring up right now, but
No.
if you guys know anything about him, bro, he, in my opinion, is one of the people who were targeted by prio bans the most on the server. I don't know
Oh,
the
yeah.
exact number, but dude, if
Yeah.
you've ever talked to the man, I think
Yeah,
around
it's been
10
banned
accounts
more.
I
prio
think it
banned,
was.
which is
I think it was
crazy.
7 accounts. He got
Yep,
7
something like
accounts.
yeah.
something that's like
Frank
foreskin
and
too.
foreskin.
So
Yeah.
Horse
13
and Frank,
accounts
in my
banned.
opinion, were two of the most targeted people by house in terms of prio bans and prio bans only, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and this was a big thing back then, right? There was a lot of people being prio banned. No server November. This was 2022, end of 2022 era, I think, or maybe 2021.
I think it was
Something around there,
2021.
right? This is when the
Yeah,
prio
I
ban
remember
shit
Ken talking
started
about this.
really
Yeah,
picking
right
up.
when it happened
Proof
from
Plug
the
says he has
newspapers.
14, which is crazy if that's true. But what I'm trying to say
more
is that
than-
in that situation, those people were not really calling out for help, but they wanted everyone to know what the fuck was going on. Like, I remember there being an effort from Frank and Force, like, pretty much telling everyone, like, yo, fucking, like, unprio banned people, you know, like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, look at my situation, right? And if
Yeah.
you weren't prio banned, you had, like, that black pill mentality, like, why should I give a fuck, you know? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not prio banned, you know? Like, this isn't my issue, you know? Like, but you're a member of the community. Everyone here is a member of
Yeah.
the community, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So if we can make
Exactly.
an issue like a big fucking stink out of something, we fucking should, bro. Like if we
Yes,
can
we
bring
should.
it up to house as many times as possible, fucking like harass him
Yes.
with this shit, like
Yeah.
it'll send a message, you know, as negative as it is, right?
Yes.
It's
If
better than
any of
sitting
you
here and
guys have
doing
paid,
nothing
yeah,
and letting him collect his fucking check,
exactly.
you know?
Exactly. If you've paid $20 at any point, tell
As large
house.
as it is.
You know what you're
How
what
you
you're
sound like
happy
the queen
about
in
and what you're
Japanese at the
pissed
same
off about.
time.
Yeah, man. Like $20, money, money, money. Come on, come on. You know, like
Queen Elizabeth
I love
II.
this server, man. You know, I
She
want
sounds
to
Japanese
stay.
and like the queen
Okay,
at the
so
same
I have a
time. No
question.
disrespect.
I have a question for you.
Hmm.
I have a question.
Like,
So, Kit, you said, you know, I fully look. I understand your point of view. I really do. It's just,
Yeah.
and I do feel the same about these changes. I don't like them. And you
I like
said
some of them, but yeah.
yeah, you said you love this server. Okay, so my question is, if Housemaster reverses none of these, if they all stay, will you keep playing the server or will you quit?
That's a very good question. I don't know yet. I'm
That's the
still
question that
making my
everyone
mind up.
needs to be
You know,
asking.
another thing that it depends on.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
The another thing it depends on is how many of my friends on the server continue to play, and that depends on how they feel about the changes as well. This is why it's about the community and us as a group. Yeah, if you're at a base and all the other base builders fuck off and don't come online anymore, and you're all on your freaking own, Billy No Mates. Yeah, that affects exactly how
That's
you
the
act
worst
and what
base
you want to do in the
situation. I
server.
hate that
If
shit.
your friend Franknificent is targeted for freaking prior bans relentlessly, or someone says the word Frank in chat and suddenly like his you know his new assault with VPNs and fuck knows what else, he's off again, banned, muted, and everything. You're like, what the fuck?
What happens
You know what I
to me,
mean? Like
too. I'm
we
more
all
targeted
yeah we
than
all
them.
react to these things because we work in groups on this server for the most part. Yeah, you know, and so it depends on my mates. To be honest with you, D, if you keep playing, you know, that'll help sway me towards keeping playing, you know, or whichever answer suits you best, obviously. But man, yeah, for real, like, and I think it's different for everybody. I've seen my friends go from, oh, I'm never going to play, oh, I'm going to play again because my original character has been unbanned, and oh no, I'm not going to play now. And it's a very individual thing, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah,
like
I've
Maxi
seen that
says,
as well.
we've got to say, you know, yeah, for real, Scott.
Yeah. Like, sure,
Deloaded.
Sword King did the same thing. Like he was saying, "Oh,
Sword
I'm not gonna
King's a
play the server."
retard.
He's Italian. What do you expect?
Hey, what's the matter,
Deloaded,
Coleman?
can I
Let
ask
him speak.
you- Can I ask you a question?
So now you're Italian? I thought you were Japanese and like British
I
like 2
can be
minutes ago.
whatever
What
I want to
happened?
be, man. This is LARP. Let's go.
They're
Right.
they're
What were you
all of
saying,
them.
Scott?
Wait, Deloaded, can I ask you a question though?
Sure.
So you're saying you don't like the changes and you would like them to be reverted, right?
Sure. Yes, I would.
And you do not believe we are capable of reverting them, right?
No, I don't.
If it was theoretically possible that we were able to revert them, would that be by refunding your prio?
Probably so. Yeah, or possibly
What?
just by
Okay.
emailing Housemaster.
Okay,
Why in
and
the
then
hell is there
continue.
17
Wait,
people
Or
on
well,
let me
okay,
finish.
hold on a minute. If it were theoretically possible, I think it would have to be if Fit takes our side.
Know where
Fit's never gonna take
The
our
only
side.
way
He's
he
gonna be
can
I
neutral.
know.
I'm on
I know he's not gonna.
I
If
don't think
We
he'll
should
go
get-
as hard as Sal,
tell you
but
what,
I don't think
though,
he'll condone it. I don't think
if you
Fit's gonna sit
take
here and be like,
if
2B
you
update,
take
oh my god, hop on. Like, he's not
if
gonna
you
do that.
take if you
he's
take
gonna-
Ant Venom,
There's
Fast
evidence
Vincent, and
that he
Salsy
won't do
One, and
that.
you add them together, you've just about got a Fit.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We
you
need
can
to
get
get,
those three
like-
on side, but I don't see
We need to
Fit
get-
coming on side.
We need
Okay,
to get
Fast
people like
Vince-
Fit in the call.
We
Can I
don't
Ask
need
them, like,
it.
what their
As-
opinion is.
as
That's
far
it.
as,
Here's the
like,
thing.
getting
Fit
Fit
is
in here, shut the
upset.
fuck up.
Fit is
He
upset about
is.
the changes. I've
He's
talked to him
relevant.
about it. He is upset.
Yeah.
He
But it's
He's
just
not
how
gonna
much
do it
that will end
publicly.
up in
About
his
the
video.
update.
I don't know.
No, I don't think he is gonna. No, he's
He-
not.
I just
But
don't
if
know
you
how
had
much
a-
of it will end up in his
Look,
video.
can
or
I
not.
ask a very important question on behalf of the audience, please?
Wait, can I
Yeah?
finish my point first, though?
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Okay, but as I was saying, so you're saying that it would at least make an impact if it were possible by refunding. What are you losing by refunding your prio? Since so many people that are against refunding their prio lose nothing if they do it. Like, I see the point that you don't think it's gonna work, but actively not helping is proving your own point that it's not gonna work.
True. There's
I
no
think
point not
other look.
If you refund your prio right now and get a proxy, almost nothing has changed. You have not sacrificed anything,
Yeah.
and you are helping a cause. No matter if it works or not, you're still
proxy.
helping a cause,
paying.
and it's important that we get as many people as possible to increase the chances that it works. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it is going to
Dude,
work.
you can
I'm
buy
saying the more
2
people we
accounts
do get
from
the
Minecraft.
refund.
Listen, from Minecraft, you can buy 2 accounts for $50. That's if you're buying a full access account. So you can probably buy alts for fucking cheaper. I don't know what the current state of the market is, but like
I
probably
bought that as
$10.
an alt.
Yeah, for
It was
a full
15,
access
yeah.
account.
15 for
right?
a full access. Unbanned
Yeah.
from Hypixel.
Listen, but let's say even if you wanted to buy 2 fucking Microsoft Mojang accounts for $50, that's 2.5 months of priority queue, by the way.
Yeah.
And if you proxy both of those accounts up, you can pretty much play 2B 24/7 because they'll both like be on, right, at different hours, right? So
I'm not
almost
saying you shouldn't refund your prio. I'm not saying if you want to refund your prio, then
But
do
it is such a crazy price. $20 a month is something people pay for premium fucking like programs, dude. You can buy like fucking 2 terabytes a month hosting for $20 a month, right? Like you can do crazy shit with 20 a month, and it's going to the server. Like why? Like
Yeah.
for something you don't even want,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's what I've been getting at though is that nobody's losing anything by helping the cause. So I don't get why you have to defend how dumb the cause sounds just because you don't want to do it.
What do you mean
Like if-
defend the
Like
defend
Deloaded,
how
you-
dumb? What am I
you've been-
defending?
You've been in here saying
Buying
that the
cryo
cause
supporting.
isn't gonna work. We do not need to worry about this. We should not try to strike.
No, I'm not
here's the
saying
thing.
don't worry about it.
Here-
I'm
here's
saying
the-
you got to face the reality of the situation and just decide if you want to stay or go. It's really what it
Yeah,
boils
I can
down to.
decide that and I can still go on strike. I'm having fun right now trying to get the community together to all take one stance because the only reason it's not going to work is because we're so divided. But I don't see the point why we're divided if everybody has the same opinion that the change was bad. Just refund your prio. That doesn't change anything about how you play the server. You can get a proxy, play it the same way. It does not matter.
It's
So
similar.
why
but
are
yeah.
we arguing so much?
I mean,
spend so
I
much
think
of
we
our
should
time
refund
in
our
this-
prio, but we should keep in mind that that's just a temporary solution. Like soon we're gonna run out of prios to refund, and then it's just gonna keep going.
Playing 2B is supporting 2B.
Like
buying
the
prio is a
real-
big support, but
Yeah.
if you log on to 2B, you're like actively
I'm
increasing
like-
the queue, which
I'm
is
with
convincing
Maxi.
other people to buy prio.
Like the real reason,
interacting with 2B in any way supporting it. I agree.
the real way to change this is just to stop playing, stop buying, like in general, just to leave.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the thing is, that's all we have right now. The thing is, all we have right now
Is-
is not buying priority queue.
The
How
si-
can
yeah.
we,
Yeah.
the question is, how can we go further than that? But it's
Yeah,
already
exactly. That's what the
how
audience
can,
want
how
to
can we
know.
like?
I'm
like,
personally not
find
going to
ways
go
continue
further
harass
except for convincing other people not to play, right?
I'm
That's
gonna
as far
head
as
to
I'm gonna go.
WU.
Because I'm not going to
I
sit
played,
here
a
on
lot of people
Discord
played.
coming up with some elaborate
Yeah.
scheme to get back at house. I
Yeah,
don't care.
the,
I'm
the
mean, you guys can, like-
HW are blocking up the highways, which affects newbies and how frustrated they get. That's
No,
something.
that's some
yeah?
MC Ren
Can
autism.
somebody please give us a little list of things we can do as normal fucking players who don't know who to contact for like freaking your proxies and stuff. How do we undermine the server? Because the plan, that plan thing you put up there, it was like step 1, undermine server. Step 2, get new server. Step 3, and I'm like, what? Hang on, there is no plan. What is
How do
step
you
1? What
undermine
do
a
we do to
server?
undermine? So we get our prior refunded. We email house.
Kit.
What else do we do?
Kit, just send letters to Tebex because they're.
No. Don't worry about that pyro, right? Okay. What do we do? Do we try and fuck with it? Do we call our hacker friends? Do we like what do we do? Do we like say in chat, I am disgruntled with this server? What do we do? Anybody? Like what
I
can
mean,
we do
this
to
isn't an
undermine it? Give us
incursion.
some-
Like before, we were fighting YouTubers. Like we're fighting the server
Yeah.
itself. So it's probably just best to leave.
Yeah,
like you're not. It's a fight you're
Yeah,
not
but
going to
if we
win.
wanted to actively undermine the server as our
This isn't like a
pastime,
democracy.
what
Like
would people
House runs it.
suggest?
He's going to do what he wants to do.
You
And
can
so,
just-
like, basically, you just need to leave and hope it dies.
for this, yeah.
What do we do to undermine the server?
You have to
Anybody?
get new players to not buy Prio because that's the only other way. It's either he's getting money from us or he's getting money from them.
And
So
the
the
only way that
best
you're
way
gonna
to
do
approach
that
it is to
is
cut off both.
They're gonna
streams.
start playing.
But
That's
how
just
long
it
do you
works.
want to
We're all
keep
gonna get
doing that?
replaced.
Like,
Okay.
As long as we feel like it, basically.
Yeah,
okay,
the
but
more-
here's
it
the like,
doesn't
how
matter
long
how
is
long.
long enough to figure out it didn't work? Like,
So actively mocking
don't-
new fags in chat is one thing you can do if you're still
No.
on.
If the more and more you beg and tell new fags not to play the server, the more
No,
and
we're
more
not
they're
gonna
going to
say
want to
that.
play.
No, I
Just
said
no, the
mocking
more
them,
they're going to
you
want
know?
to play, just because they want to fight you.
Goddamn.
So what has the union got planned then? What are they planning to do? I want to know.
Not a
like,
whole lot.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so,
not
I mean,
important,
yeah,
right?
Better
What are
management.
these
I've enjoyed this
access
discussion.
points?
Thank you for having me.
Does
Yeah, that's
anybody
where we
remember
find
No
the-
Server November? They accomplished jack
Yeah,
shit.
Yes.
Like
I have to.
What?
It was
the
fun.
server
No Server
out, they
November,
threw
that
a
was more
huge
of an
fit,
event,
and
right?
nothing they got nothing that they wanted.
no.
for
Yeah,
it.
if anybody wants to
Bakery was good,
start
though.
a no
Bakery was
server
good.
Bakery was
November
fun.
forever,
Actually,
then please
did
do
shit.
it. Yeah,
And
Bakery
Yakuza shit
as
was
well.
good too. Like when they had
Yeah.
like the book. What's it called?
Yeah,
Like the
the
book banning,
boat
but
shit,
that was
that
real shit.
actually
Yeah.
affects.
'Cause that was an
them.
actual exploit. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
if you're stacking boats and then kicking people, like nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
that's
my
not
god, I
actually
forgot
changing.
about that. Yeah, the where you get kicked for flying.
Yeah, bro. It's like people call that shit boat banning, bro. That's fucking
Holy.
like a slight like.
Literally, just,
kick,
I
bro.
it's really
forgot
just
about
getting sent
that.
back to
dumb.
queue. It's
You
really just
literally
getting
get
sent
it
back to
back
queue.
in.
It's
That's all it
pointless,
does.
is what I'm trying to say. Like,
I feel like as well with these new admins, once they've got their influx of cash from this month, you know, as the time goes on, I think they'll relax some of the anti-cheat stuff if we keep telling them that that's what we want. You know, like with the
that's
X-ray
very
and everything.
optimistic.
I think some things will be relaxed.
Maybe
I
they'll
think
whitelist a
for
few
this-
blocks from the X-ray if we're lucky.
Yeah,
It would
no,
be great.
X-ray is
Look, it would be
actually
great if
yeah.
that happened.
like.
It would be great if that happened.
Yo,
Yeah,
Kit,
yeah,
can
I
you
do think. Yeah, hi.
can you get Ampertalk's opinion about the update? Because I want to know Ampertalk's opinion about the update.
Who?
Ampertalk's.
That dude, the Grid Hacks owner, the Skid of Cookie client, that they didn't even
Yeah.
rename the packages.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Scheme?
No, I'm talking about Phone Cloud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
exactly,
started
yeah,
their
no, it's-
own anarchy
it's right.
server, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an
That's
owner.
their opinion.
I know. I started it with
Yeah.
them. It was me,
Yeah,
them,
man.
and XORAM. The server's dead
Sleuthie
though.
wants to
No
be
limit
added. Let's
anarchy.
get Sleuthie.
Yeah, their opinion is no, I think, and that's it.
Let's
you
get
know?
Housemaster come too. Let's get HMC up in
Yeah.
here too. I want to see some
Yeah.
different opinions. I want to see
Yeah.
some new shit.
Chess
HMC's
Yeah,
been
for
talking
real.
shit.
No.
He's been talking shit. I want to hear what he actually has to say. Get
Yeah.
him up.
Who is?
Sorry?
HMC and
HMC.
Sleuth. I
HMC.
want
No, don't bring him up. He's annoying
Oh,
as
No,
hell.
I just want to hear his
Yeah.
opinion. If he gets
Hello,
toxic,
hello,
listen, we'll
hello,
kick him.
bring
But
the
like,
mic where-
Yeah.
hello.
Adam
yo,
Right.
HMC, deadass though. What are your thoughts, deadass?
Yeah.
What are my thoughts? Okay, so I lost 3,000 dubs, right?
Holy shit.
And,
That's tough.
Yeah, it's all PvP gear, right? I'm a PvPer. I lost all that shit.
Don't care.
Who is this guy?
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Let
Let him
him talk.
let him talk.
Jesus fuck.
Wait till it's time. Wait till it's time.
Okay, opinions on what? Give me an opinion to share.
Like,
What?
are you upset about losing those items?
Item removal.
First thing.
Anti-X-ray.
No, because there's a farm for every single item.
So
What
you would
about
rather
Elytra?
spend
What
hours and
about
hours
Elytra? What
on
about
end
Elytra and
What about
Shell?
that?
grinding
Gapples. You farm for gapples.
So
No, you can make smoker farms too.
So you have 50K in your bank account, and then you wake up the next day and you have $400, and then you're like, "Oh, this is fine because I can just work a job."
Here's the difference. It's a
Minecraft.
Minecraft server.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay, but you don't understand. Like it's still the effort. Why do you think people buy kits? Because they're not gonna sit at a fucking
Bro, I
enchantment
duped
table or
all the
base hunt
gear
for
I
hours
have,
on end,
bro. I
right?
duped all the gear I have.
Okay, so but like what but you could have sold that shit for a stupid amount of money. Yes or no?
But I chose not to. I could've,
Okay,
chose
but
not
what
to.
I'm trying to explain is that it takes time. Just like you are fucking grinding now. The time, like almost like a stash is time, if that makes sense, right? Like if you have a big ass stash, you don't need to worry about shit, or you didn't need to worry about shit because you could always supply whatever the fuck you wanted, right? And you could like you PvP for fucking, you know, waste all your dubs at spawn, fucking shitting around, you know, doing nothing. And but like what I'm
That
trying to
really
explain
affects the
is
way
that
you
if
play,
your
yeah.
stash is gone, not that I really care about my items, I made this point earlier, but if you lose all your shit, you have to grind that back. You have to invest more time into the server.
Yeah, and
you know?
it gave me something to do.
Hey, can I just
It gave you
I got a
something to
really simple
do?
solution.
Yo,
That'll work really,
how
really
bored
well.
are you, bro?
Just
Holy shit, you're gonna sit here all day fucking grinding Minecraft items
Well,
because, oh, dude, look, Housemaster's so good. I love that he deleted my stash because he finally gave me something to do. What the fuck? What kind of logic is that? Excuse me?
That's my opinion.
Holy shit. Oh my
Hey, man,
lord.
like,
All right, great
he's-
opinion. I hope you enjoy your
No,
masochist
it's not.
bullshit.
It's not. It's
Actually,
not.
lay off the guy.
Yo,
No,
wait,
I
wait, wait, wait.
understand
Look, all I'm just-
completely.
look, bro, listen,
I
listen,
understand completely.
I would,
Having a
me
new,
personally, I'd rather
Having
kill myself than do that, but you know.
Okay,
go
yeah,
ahead.
you personally-
having a
Holy
new
fuck.
Hear me out
goal,
on this. You
yeah,
guys are
is
overcomplicating this like a million times over.
having
Just
a new
log
goal
off the
is good.
server, refund your
Yeah.
priority queue, and never play again.
Done,
Like, who
and done. I'm
cares?
sitting on
Just
Discord
log off
LARPing. What
forever.
are you gonna do about it? I can LARP on Discord. Like,
Just like log
I'm
off.
sitting, I'm sitting here talking shit. I want to convince more people to refund their prio.
Just,
No, I
just-
care.
yeah, just refund your
this shit's
prio,
fun for
log
me.
off forever. Like, who cares?
Right.
Yeah,
Congrats.
I do
did
care
that.
about
Now
the
what?
whole
Listen,
Elytra situation. Though.
The admins, whoever it is, they do not give a fuck about the community. They
No,
don't give a
they
fuck.
don't.
We know
Yeah, so
that.
It's all about
No,
money,
we
but
give them money. We're the ones who pay their fucking
equals
checks.
No, listen,
freaking
listen.
players,
You
man. So
getting
they do
400
care
or
a little
whatever,
bit.
You're not gonna
Okay,
get more than like probably 300
look, it's run by a
people.
corporation.
care.
Firstly,
They should care,
secondly,
but they don't.
if they don't care about the
If they
community,
cared,
just
they would
log
listen
off,
a little
refund your
bit.
prio,
They should
leave.
care,
Like,
but
I've
they
done
don't.
that. I've just logged off.
We
Like,
gotta
who
make them
cares?
care.
They don't. There you go. That's the whole thing. They should care, but they don't.
Okay,
go.
so
Yeah, that's
what's
it.
the way to
That's
make
it.
them care?
Then who
I
cares?
wonder
You should
what
care about
is a
them.
good way
Log
to make
off,
them
Tell
care.
them,
go join
tell them
Constantia.
what you
That's what we're
fucking
trying
think.
to
We're
figure out.
arguing about if they care now. Why don't we figure out something we can do to make them care?
Yes.
Okay,
They
so
will
the
not
thing
care.
is,
Log off. Delete
sure?
your fucking get rid of prio.
You
Log off
can't
forever.
sit
That's easy.
here and say that they will never care, bro. If they lose all their money in the next month, which I'm not saying will happen,
Yes.
but if they lose a
money's
stupid amount of
lost.
money,
They'll
of
care
course
about
they're gonna
that.
fucking care because
Yeah,
that's
so
their
they
job.
stopped
Yeah, but it's
accepting
their job to care.
refunds
Hedge your bets.
requests
Log
2
off.
days
talking
ago.
way
Like
too
right?
log off with the intention of it
Why
being
did they
forever.
stop
Okay?
accepting refund requests 2
True.
days ago?
It has a
Because
good
their
point.
wallet be hurty. That's possibly
Yep.
why they
Yeah.
unprio banned all the old fags.
They
because
literally
they need
said,
the money,
no,
money,
we're
money.
not gonna
He
refund
says.
because we care about the money. Of course they care about the money,
hold
bro.
on.
Yeah, their
They
wallet
We
is
are
where
the
it
money.
counts.
Look,
They
why
are
are
the
we
Their
money.
wallet
arguing?
is where
I
it
know they
fucking
care about
counts.
money. Just like don't
Listen.
pay priority queue and
Holy
don't
shit,
log
are you
back
gonna keep
on
saying the
until we
same
reverse
thing
the
over and
previous
over again?
decision.
I heard
It's
you.
that simple. Why are you guys
we heard.
overcomplicating?
Yeah.
NPC dialogue.
Look,
Why are you in the VC then? If it's that
Are
simple,
you
just
baiting
leave.
or are you like a fucking robot saying the same
Yeah,
5 things
exactly.
over and
It's
over again?
not simple,
If you
Dilo.
let
No, it
them
is
You're
just
right.
sit here
incredibly
and argue
simple.
about
It's
this,
incredibly
just
simple.
leave.
Like it's
You're
like
looking
the
to
Guys,
whole
log off.
point
Why
is
you
that
guys
I
have a
know I
discussion?
could stop
Why you
buying
also
cryo,
have
but I
This
want
VC
everyone
is
to stop buying
actually
cryo.
giving me AIDS. This
Too
is
many people are
actually giving me
talking.
AIDS.